Hello everyone, today we're back. We got our next opponent. Now, I actually changed my setup quite a bit, as you might see. We did arrive to the continent. As of right now, Alwyn is our partner, or battle buddy, as you might call it, with his leg Yana. So, let's get into the setup. I actually changed my armor quite a bit, as you can see. No more bone armor. But let's see. So, first things first, I am using the hammer. I've actually come around to it quite a bit. It does quite good damage, and with my current setup, you can use the chaser attacks quite well, so that is something I am going for in this fight. I got the Kutku pick. This is the Yan Kutku hammer. It has 41 fire damage with Blast Fire Chaser. Blast Fire is pretty much, as you might imagine, if a target has a burn or a blast, you will do more damage with this move. So I actually did a bit of research and I found out that in this game, unlike the main series where elemental depends on the hit zone and on your elemental attack, in this game, the entire attack that you see there, 41, is fire. So it does 41 fire damage. So that is quite good to know because in the main game, without getting into too many details in the main series, it really depends on the weapon. Weapons that hit more will do more elemental damage. So, for example, a sword and shield or a bow hit more often than a greatsword, so they would be better for elemental damage because a greatsword barely hits. It's focused on dealing one hit at a time, a really big hit, but one hit nonetheless, and elemental is fixed per hit, so pretty much. So in this case, that doesn't exist. What you see is what you get with the elemental. So I have the Kutku pick, which is 41 fire damage. This is going to be my main weapon because the opponent is actually weak to blunt damage, so that's definitely something to keep in mind. So this will be our main damage dealer. Then I have the Kutku bow. As you can see, 36 fire damage with spread and paracoating. Spread is not something I really use for the most part, so I'll stay off that for a bit. It's just for a specific portion of the fight. And as for my third weapon, I'm not using a sword this time. There's no need. This monster is completely clueless versus slashing damage. It just doesn't care. So I'm just using the bullhead hammer in case I can get a buff in. That is what. No, wait. Oops. My bad. It's not this. It's the bull grunt. Yes. Oops. Hit control right there, yeah. Fortune, in case I can get a quick buff in. That is the plan. It really depends on how the first turn goes. The first turn dictates the fight for me because my setup is actually quite strong right now. So it really depends how the first turn plays out. As for my armor, I am using the Kutku armor. As you can see here, it has two skills. It has Fire Boost and Critical. Fire Boost is pretty simple. It boosts your fire attacks, so that will mean our fire moves will do even more damage. And Critical Hit just increases your affinity by a bit. So it's a nice byproduct of the armor, but not the main reason as to why I'm using it right now. As for the charm, I'm currently still using the revival. Well, not charm, talisman. Jesus, I keep mixing those up. I'm still using the revival talisman, self-heal, restore some HP at the end of the turn. As before, if you are not using this, a good option would be the divine blessing. I got this in a chest. I'll get more into detail later. Same for this one, salting wound. So if an opponent has a status, you will do more damage. I'm pretty sure this counts with burn. I don't think it's just blights. Well, burn blight, that fire blight. So yes, this would also increase. So this is also a decent option if you wish to do so. You have critical. Blah, blah, blah. Nice. Didn't know that. So that nesting is something I will be looking forward to see in the future. If not, you can just use health boost or critical. Doesn't really matter if you don't have salting wound. then I guess those would be nice, but this would probably be the talisman I'd use. But Revival is still too good of a talisman at the moment. So that is my rider setup. It's quite good for this fight, especially. I've actually been using more elemental just to show. Now I have 3 elements, which is elementless, water, and fire. So that's a decent combination. I like that. I got the water great sword, the Royal Ludroth great sword, same with the bow. Then got Yankatku weapons. Nothing too special. Also did the Yankatku greatsword. I also said something dumb. I forgot that to craft Anjanath gear you need the second part of materials, so never mind what I said, you still can craft it. So as for my monsters, I actually changed them a bit. The first one, and probably the more important, would be this one, Blue Yankatku. He appears in this area. In the Alcala region. Yeah, Alcala. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's at the Alcala region. So the only thing you really care about is the fireball gene because it will do fireball and that puts fire blight on the opponent. Also has fire damage. As for the next one, usually I either use this one or Puke. Puke is also pretty good. It also has both of these have bingos. Bingos are pretty much when you have a line of 3, it will increase the skill or the bingo in this case. Since all 3 I have are elementless, my elementless attacks do 10% more. Pretty decent. It also increases with skill. So if you have 3 power skills in a row, let's say you'll do 10% more power damage. So my Puka is pretty standard, it's same as always. Yeah, the bingo is much better on Puka because all of its attacks are non-elemental. As for Luyan Katku, I guess he has Big Drill, but I'm really gonna focus on Blaze Ball. Maximum attack is also an option. Yeah, health boost them and critical S. I do believe this was a rainbow egg. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was, but yeah, those are the ones I'll use for the most part. I might bring out Arzuros or Rail Ludroth. Rail Ludroth is really useful. He has some good skills. Water Boost, Wretched Water, which lowers speed, decreases thunder defense. Too bad we don't have thunder weapons as of right now. I'll also get some better skills that I really want to look at in the future, but as of right now, he's still not there. He's actually pretty good because he is the first monster that gives you the swim ability, so you can backtrack to Akala Island and grab some chests. Same with this region with Alcala. So that's where I got some of those charms. Talismans, Jesus. But anyway, let's get into it. There he is. I don't know why he's a boss. Honestly, I've already fought him more than once when I was collecting some eggs and in some rare monster dens, but I guess I wanted to make him a boss here. This is actually not much of a threat, as you'll see. Alright. Alright, so as I said before, it would all depend on the first turn. If he wasn't going to target me, then I would switch to my hunting horn and buff the party, but since he's targeting me, I want the head-to-head. So he's a technical type, so be careful of that. Since he's technical, you'll want to go with power. We all should know the triangle by now. So pretty basic stuff here. Owen's just gonna charge. He's a bow user with poison coating, so that's nice. Alright. Are you seeing those numbers? Orange, that means that you are doing elemental damage as to what the opponent is weak to. So that is definitely something you'll want to play with. When you see those numbers, that's a good sign. Now, he's going head to head with Lagiana. He's gonna win because Lagiana is using speed attack. So, I want a Blaze Ball from Blue Yankatku. I'm just gonna call him Yankatku. Everyone sees he's blue. So for me, I'm just going with power attack. 120. That's doing some decent damage. 120 is nice. 109. He wins. Power shot. Burn does quite a bit of damage. So, in this case, I'm going for the Blast Chaser right away. As you can see, targets inflicted with Burn or Blast Apply take more damage. So I will go for that now. I could save for the plus, but there's no need, honestly. This does more than enough damage, as you'll see. Yeah, that was like 300 damage. That is a lot. Also, when you do one of these chaser moves, it seems that you remove the status, which makes sense. It would be too ridiculous for you to just remove it, for the status to stay put. It would make the hammer a bit stupid. You could just stack up charges and go in. No, I'm just going for another power attack. Alright, so he's going for the back. Nice crit, nice. That's a lot of damage. Alright, 43. Now, when Paolumu does that vacuum attack, he will start doing speed attacks instead of technical. So we'll want to fight back with technical attacks. In this case, you can either use a flash bomb, as you see here. It is really good on flying enemies, or in this case he's weak to piercing because he's in the air, so I will just go for that. I might show how the flash bomb works on the next turn. So I'm just going for the head-to-head, or no, actually, yes, I'll go for the paralysis coating. Try to see if I can inflict some para. I don't really need to. This fight is quite quick if you know what you're doing. Alright, so he's resistant to stun, that's good to know. Blaze Ball. Alright. If he wasn't in the air, I would have started. So I would do the tactical. So I'm just going for the Blaze Ball. Since he's going for speed, I want technical. Then Katku was going to do a power. I'm just going to use the Flash Bomb. As you see, when a monster's flying, you knock them down with the Flash Bomb. So as you're saying there, that's what happens. Nice. And remember, when an enemy is down, every attack will be a crit. Usually I prefer to break the neck pouch, but in this case, might as well show. Ooh. So this is another quick time event. Let's see if I can do this correct. And I got it. Has got skills. Alright, now it's mad. So I'm going back to the Kutku pick. And I will actually ride. Just get some decent damage in. Yes, I go for the kinship move. I break the body. I think it's body. Sometimes it's stomach, sometimes back. In this case, I think it's body. I love this kinship. Yeah, just break the body. And now he's done riding. Hmm. I don't know what he plans to do, but he's blind. I think I'll just attack here. I guess Alwyn's going for his ultimate too, for his kinship move. But yeah, as you can see, it's a pretty easy fight. I think I was saying I prefer breaking the neck pouch because it just gives me more items. I don't think that using a flash bomb makes it drop the item. That would be far too broken actually. But yeah, I just prefer to break it. Just wanted to use the flash bomb. It's decent for flying monsters. But now I'll just keep going. He wants to use the hyper vacuum again, but not enough. So as you see, you get a good start and the fight pretty much does itself. He's not really a threat if you know how to play around with him. I just prefer to go hard in the beginning. That makes the fight so much easier. That fire blast fire AI, I think that's the name. Fire blast, I don't remember. That chaser move is just so good. It's easily 300 or more, so that's such a good start. I think he has around 2000 HP, so that kind of damage just puts him in a rough spot immediately. Then you can flash bomb. I think Paolumu serves as a tutorial for what the flash bomb can do to flying monsters. But yeah, I think he should have been a bit harder, honestly. Anyway, that was Paolumu. Now you can get his egg if you want. I'm not a really big fan of Paolumu. He's a technical and I like my technicals at the moment. Bouquet and Katpu. But yeah. Sorry. Anyway, that was it for Paolumu and I will catch you in the next one. I'm pretty sure the next boss will be much harder. Anyway, see you later. Peace.